Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Monday. It's June 16th. It's about 9:30, and when one project finishes, another begins, right? So we're back on that guy right there, 1973 Volkswagen thing. We're going to be doing some paint and body work over the next week, fixing some issues with the doors, the hood, the roof fender, and getting it ready for the Louisville Street Rod Nationals. So let me show you this. This side of the car is perfect. The hood, not so much. It's great other than right here and here, bubbled up. There, you guys can see that. Right there and there. So we need to get the hood off, deal with the hood. The doors on the passenger side bubbled. See that right there? So this door has to get taken off and sanded down, and then this one peeled, and it's pretty thick. So what's gonna probably have to happen here is we'll have to take these down pretty far. So what you're gonna see here is a couple things. This is where this begins here. I need to carpet clean these two mats for the truck with this. Should take me 10 minutes or less. Get them back in the truck. I need to get the truck moved over here, okay? The tracks moved over there, all right? That way I can get the thing out of the garage, because I need to set up our racks in here to be able to take the doors off, put them on the racks, and start sanding, but not destroy the rest of the car, right? So we're also gonna fire up the 63 Chrysler 300, 383 4-speed. We're gonna back it up, following this concrete. We're going to put the back wheel on this concrete back as far as we can get it, just to get it not out here in the front yard. So all that's going to happen first. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go after this door first, okay? My brother. So what I got to do is I got to take this seal off, I got to take this door handle off, and then I have to pop this off and pull this seal off that goes around, and then I can just slide the door off, and Bob's your uncle. So I need to do that to this door and this door and get them off. This one obviously we'll have to take the mirror off as well, and then Big Ron and me can start sanding these, get them blocked down, try to get these doors as close to ready for prime or paint or whatever we're going to end up doing. Not sure what we're gonna find here, and try to get them ready today and tomorrow. Then we have one spot here on the fender, and this fender had nothing to do with anything popping. It had everything to do with me being fat. So we had empty lowered shocks on here. Right now it's got Monroe air shocks that are aired up. With the empty lowered shocks, this fender here came down, and you can actually see the line on the tire here where it rubbed. Okay, it was rubbing here. So when we took it to Louisville last year, it was rubbing when I jumped in it to ride over from the parking lot into the show with Ron, and it did this. So we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna get this fender where it needs to be, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be a take the fender off or do it with the fender on. I'm not sure. We're gonna figure that out. But that's another thing. And then I think the last thing we'll get into is the hood, and we'll figure out what we're going to do there and take care of that. Now, the causes of all this are unknown, okay? We believe a couple theories, okay? One, this wax and grease remover got us. It appears that every time, or most of the time, when we wipe things down with this and then paint, we have problems with paint popping and bubbling and whatnot. Now Ron's been painting since the 60s, 70s, never had this issue ever, not once. So we're running into some weird things, and here we do run into weird things. Like right now, look at the temperature. It's 84 degrees with 71% humidity. Okay, that's where we're at right now. So, and it's going to get nothing but hotter and nothing but more humid as the day goes on. So when we go to paint, figuring out what reducer to use and this, that, and the other matters, right? Because you got to do it for extreme heat and humidity and everything else and be ready for that. So there's some aspects to it. It's not just mixing paint and spraying it. It's not always the same scenario is what I'm getting at. So we'll have those issues. The other thing we think may have got us was the sealer. The sealer on this, the white sealer we put on right before we sprayed these doors, may have been a thing. So we're not sure, but everything was prepped the same. But these doors and that hood were sprayed at the same time. But so were those doors.
And this truck was sprayed.
In this truck. The whole big red was sprayed in this garage a couple years ago. So, you know.
But we had changed. I'm pretty sure we used a different wax and grease remover back then.
Yeah.
And
we used to use a product called 3812. Wasn't that DuPont or PPG?
DuPont.
DuPont 3812 is what we used to use my entire life growing up. I remember this can of shit being there. It's an enamel reducer. That's what we wiped down with. And never had a problem. With something peeling. Now that is not readily available in this area. It's something that I think we can get from, they said Daytona, I think. Or Miami or something like that. But definitely have it up in Cincinnati. Next time we go to Cincinnati, we're going to bring some home. Probably get a 5 gallons of it and bring it home. But anywho's, that's what's happening today. We're going to get on this and just get this thing right. And this will be kind of phase 1 of the Volkswagen thing. Get it to Louisville project. So we're down to a few things. The paint stuff I just told you about. The steering column bushing, windshield wipers, blades, okay, and a speedometer cable. And then I need to do a basic alignment, and I may or may not need to put a steering box on. That's where we're down to. But so far, everything electronically works. Gas gauge is working. The only thing's not working is the speedometer, and that's because the cable snapped. So I just need to replace that. And a couple little things and we're there. So the big part of this right now is getting the paint stuff done. Everything else I can do pretty quick. This is what we're using now. It's Eastwood's pre-green painting prep. So far, everything we've used this on and painted has turned out great. So we're going to continue with that for right this second. But at some point we're going to get 3812. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and start working. And I will set the camera up here once I start doing the doors and stuff and show you guys everything. And we'll be back. Stay tuned.
go a little. Actually, flip it over. Ain't that.
Okay guys, here we are. So this is the passenger rear door. What we're gonna do here, this is the back side of it. We're gonna tape this off because we're not painting this. We're gonna tape this off, clean it up, get it ready to go so we can flip it over and start sanding the other side. That's the plan. The whole point of doing this is A, to not drop it on the floor, but that right there. We gotta take her down because of that. So that's what's happening to this door. Got the thing outside. This door here, I've already got disassembled. See the door handle there. There's the rear one. I've got all the other stuff on the roof up here. Again, like every day, we're in and out of storms, but it's blue over here, so we might be in decent shape for a minute. So we'll get to this door here in a little bit, but for now it's getting this one taped up and rocking and rolling. Now we did go ahead, I'll show you this. We detailed out the interior on Big Red. It's looking really good. You can see here, we cleaned that carpet, that was terrible. Got it all looking good, did the seats. Really looking way better than it was. Smells a lot better in here too. Wiped everything down, Ron did, with soapy water and cleaned it up. Here's the back. Looks pretty good, so pretty happy with this so far on Big Red. Clearly there's still things to do. Nothing crazy. We got to hook up the e-brake cable and just stupid stuff. Like we couldn't find the bolts for the rear bumper, which Ron just found. So we put regular bolts in, but there's actually like a special bolt that goes through. It's got a bracket on it. So we'll swap those out at some point. You know, just silly things. This light bulb's out. I got to get a bulb. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Everything else is dialed. Ron did drive this morning around the neighborhood a little bit. Probably put another 5 miles on it. Doing fantastic. No issues. So we're not dripping anything underneath. We're not leaking. Everything's holding. All the fluid levels are right. I think we're in a really good place here. Now we just need to get this guy in a really good place. And I will tell you, it's the 16th of June. Not bad. We got until the end of July, and I'm already taping and sanding doors. Okay. I'm ahead of schedule, or right on schedule. I wanted today, the schedule was this, to have Big Red done today, yesterday, okay, which we did, and to have this in this phase today, Monday, June 16th, to take this week and get these doors, this fender, and the hood painted. That was the whole thing. Look at that. My own personal rain cloud. It's raining. Perfect. But anyways, hope you guys are enjoying this. We'll bring all this to you. Like I said, we're taping this door. You see Ron over here starting that up. And I'll set you guys up. You can watch us sand on this and do our thing and just see what we can do and see if we can't get this door looking right. And then we'll get the other door looking right. The hood and the fender, paint them, wet sand, buff them, get them back on the car, and hopefully, you know, Bob's your uncle, and that's that. And then I'm just dealing with mechanical stuff. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, door number one taped up, papered, the whole deal. It's ready to flip over and figure out. So we also had a humongous stockpile of cardboard that we don't need, and it's just in our way, so Big Ron's cutting it up. So we're getting there, boys. I want to flip this door over, give it Big Ron, see what he thinks I should do to it, and start sanding on this door. I'll bring that to you. Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so it's about 5 o'clock. We're gonna wrap this one up. It's incredibly hot and humid. It's 91 degrees with 60% humidity right now. Yeah. So we're sweating. We're thinking we're gonna have a beer and jump in the pool. And but we got the thing back in the garage. We managed to get, this is the front door, passenger front. Managed to get it to here. It takes a while. We're trying to take all the red off, get it down to the white. That's what we're trying to do. Now this door, this is the rear, passenger rear door. It's pretty much there. Ron's got a couple spots he's working on, and then this one will be ready for primer. And the idea here is take it down to the white, get the red off of it, take it down to white, to make sure we got rid of anything that could have been contaminated, right? Anything that's causing this issue, let's just get it off of here and just go again without having to do the body work again. Get it down, prime it, couple heavy coats of primer, block that, and then paint it. Clear it, wet sand buff, and put it back in the car. That's the idea. So that's what we've got going here, guys. It's kind of weird seeing it without doors. I know a lot of guys run without doors, and it looks cool. But for some reason, mine just looks weird without doors. Maybe because the hardtop's on it. It just looks like it's missing something, but I don't know. Anywho's, that's where we're at. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, working on these doors, sanding doors, and maybe tomorrow we'll get some primer and get them coated, and go from there. I don't see any reason why by this weekend we don't have all this stuff prepped, ready, and painted, and wet sanded and buffing hopefully by Monday. So that's my goal. Both doors, this fender, and the hood. Hood's gonna suck. There's just no other way to put that. That's just a lot of sanding, but we'll get it. Just gotta do it. So that's our goal. We got to get this one done so that we can get to the one we really want to work on over there, the 58 Apache. Now, speaking of the Apache, me and Ron have been kicking around while we've been in here working some different ideas on colors, color schemes, wheel options with different colors. Different colors mean different ways of doing the interior, and also whether or not put a visor on it, the sun visor. I don't know. I'll post some pictures up later, see what you guys think. I'll do some shorts. You guys let me know what you think. But right now, I'm gonna go have a beer and jump in the pool and cool off. So hope you're having a great night. For everybody that's new and joining us, and everybody that's been here the whole time or just been here, really appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free. We'd really appreciate it. It would really help us out. And we will see you guys in the morning. Thanks for watching, guys.